Today we're going to do an updated Tradition driving tour video here in Port St Lucie, Florida. We're going to show you all the new construction, the new projects that are going on here in Tradition, early September 2025. We're going to talk about a potential Tesla charging station and/or Tesla dealership, some new gas stations, some new boutique shops, new stores. We're going to talk about the new firehouse, the new Tradition Regional Park, the new high school, and whatever else comes to mind as I'm going through today's driving tour. So we're going to start from Southwest Becker Road, just on the west side of I-95. And then we're going to take you west on Becker. We're going to kind of drive through some of the communities as well, give you a quick update what's going on. I'm not going to say all the communities, but I would expect this to be a pretty long video overall. I hope the audio comes out pretty good. I've been having issues with my Bluetooth receivers. So hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you're new to my channel, my name is David Rogers. I'm a local real estate professional. If you're looking to move to Port St Lucie, Florida, looking to purchase a home, either new construction or resale, I encourage you to call me, text me, shoot me an email. Now let's get started on today's video. So currently we are heading westbound, just west of I-95, right off of Becker Road. And over to our left, you should be able to see all the land clearing. So the rumors are there's going to be either a Tesla car dealership or a Tesla car charging station. There's going to be a new gas station. There's going to be some little franchise restaurants from what we've heard. Nothing set in stone, but this is stuff that we're hearing through the grapevine. Again, this is just on the south side of Becker Road, just west of I-95. And over in the distance is Encore, which that is a 55 plus luxury rental community. They do have a restaurant inside of there. I've never actually been in there. I don't really do rentals, but that's Encore. So if you watch my video from last year, I did a driving tour, basically starting at the same point here in Tradition. So over to our right, that's where the new, you can kind of see the building in the background. There's going to be a Lowe's home improvement store back in there. There's going to be a new gas station, either a Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or some type of coffee shop back in here. And I'm missing something else, but there's going to be a few other things over here on the corner of Becker Road and Village Parkway. And as we head west, there is a new development way to the west here. I'm not going to say way to the west. I think it's like 2 miles. It's going to be called Catalina Palms at Sundance, or Sundance Catalina Palms. But over to our left, we'll drive through Belterra in about a few minutes. So Belterra is the GHO builder. They've sold about 75 homes out of the 300. That is a semi-custom home builder. I still say they are the best builder here in Port St Lucie, Florida, when it comes to the overall fit and finish, the quality of the construction, and so forth. And this is Becker Road heading to the west. So if you haven't been here in a while, again, this is September 2025. If you haven't been here in a while, Becker Road opened up, I'm going to say last year. Everything becomes a blur, but this opened up, I would say, last year. And this connects all the way out to Ridgeline Road. So if you are familiar with this area, this does go all the way out to Ridgeline Road. And supposedly, from what I heard from somebody that I trust, this will take you all the way out to Lake Okeechobee. I don't know if it's going to be Becker Road or something else, but... And then this billboard, or this tractor trailer for Valencia at Riverland, this is kind of comical. So Riverland owns that land to our right. They're trying to get people, from what it looks like, to turn around and head back towards their community, knowing that way in the distance is a new community called Catalina Palms, which is going to be, from my understanding, a good competitor style community that's going to be a 55 plus community out here. So again, I'm not going to bore you too much. Lots of farmland, lots of cow pastures, everything out here. Someday, of course, this will be new construction, communities, commercial stores. I'm going to fast forward this until we get closer to Catalina Palms, and I'm going to take the drone up and get you some updated aerial shots to show you the progress of the model homes that are being built here as well. So stay tuned. We're going to fast forward, and we'll be there in just 1 second. So Catalina Palms is going to be a 55 plus community, just like the Riverland community, which is Valencia at Riverland or Riverland at Valencia. It's going to be just like Del Webb. So Catalina Palms is being built by Akel Builders, A-K-E-L. Now they should start selling or pre-selling homes, we heard, around January 2026, so about 4 months from now. I don't know the prices, but I think supposedly in the beginning, the lowest price homes, which are around 1,400 square feet, are going to start in the 300s. So hopefully we'll get some more information as we get near later in the year here in 2025. But these are the future model homes that you'll be able to walk and view. And again, I don't know all the models yet. I haven't checked the website to see what's in there. But stay tuned. I'll try to get you an updated video here once this community actually opens up, with also a time frame for when all the amenities will be open, all the other activities, and anything else we learn. So let's head on back to Belterra with the GHO builder and do a quick drive through there. We just left the Catalina Palms at Sundance community just a few seconds ago. We are pulling up to the Belterra by GHO Builders. Back here is phase 2 of the community. So Belterra, we'll be up there in just a second. Belterra is going to consist of only 300 single family homes. They are a semi-custom home builder. They will make changes that other builders will not. And I always say this, they are the best builder here in Port St Lucie, Florida. There's the entrance sign right there. Home prices in Belterra start, I would say, high 600s or low 700s to well over $1 million. They got a clubhouse, community pool over there in the distance. Again, this is not a full review of the community. I'm just trying to give you an updated video of what's happening here in Tradition overall. You got your sales center over here. That's the Iris Grand model right there. Now, one thing with Belterra too, so keep in mind, you got high ceilings, all concrete block construction, top of the line hurricane impact windows and doors, which is a hurricane rated, or glass windows and doors, concrete tile roofs. All the homes come with a pool, a screened in pool or caged in pool. That is standard right now as of September 2025. That could always change, of course. They do have pickleball courts, I believe a billiards room inside the clubhouse. But this is, like I said, this is a small boutique community here in Belterra. If you're interested in this community, definitely reach out to me anytime. You can see way over there in the distance, hopefully you can see it in the video, that they're clearing the land and developing the land over here for phase 2, which will be the other 150 homes. Lots of lakefront lots here in this community. But again, this is going to be the best builder in the area. They have the largest lots, the largest home sites as well. These are big homes here in this community. So you do have more elbow room in between each home compared to most homes. I'm not going to say all, but most homes. Try to get you a view again of one of these homes under construction. Again, it's all concrete block construction, CBS. Now let's swing through this community and head back out to Becker Road and Village Parkway. so that we can wrap up today's tour of Tradition. Still probably got another 30-35 minutes to go in this video. If you're enjoying today's video, please take the time, smash that like button, give this video a thumbs up, leave comments as well. Comments are great for me to learn more what my viewers are interested in seeing, what content they want, and so forth. If you haven't, like I said, also too, subscribe to my channel. That helps out as well. You get notified of new videos that come out. This is one of like 6 videos that I'm recording in a matter of a couple days that will come out, over the next couple weeks. A lot of you watch my channel, my YouTube channel, know that I just start rambling on. I try to do different videos, provide different content overall compared to a lot of the YouTubers out there. Everybody's different. That's what makes YouTube kind of unique. You can be different, attract a different clientele, and so forth. So this was like one of the early phases over here where they started building in Belterra. I believe this road is completely finished, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it does kind of look like it now. And, these homes go up pretty fast. That's another thing, too, when you're building homes here. They're taking 9, 10 months, 11 months to build. This is one of their larger floor plans right there. And, too, when you're building these homes, you're using the builder's money to build. But like in Belterra, I believe it's still 20% deposit of whatever the final price is, give or take a few bucks. So you're not doing a construction to perm loan like you used to do in the old days. And one question I'll briefly go over. So let's say you're interested in buying in any of these communities. It doesn't matter where it's at. Can you buy the lot and sit on it and build at a later time, the home site or lot? The answer is no. Once you choose a lot, you have to choose and get ready to start building a home. That's all I can tell you. All right, so we're heading out of Belterra. We're gonna head east on Southwest Becker Road. That is Village Parkway coming up way up in the distance where the lights are at. And then we're gonna point out again, we're gonna go back by where the Lowe's home improvement store is being built, coming up here on our left. Try to get you a different view of that. So you can already see, they're already got the shell up. I don't know how much more to go. There's gonna be a new gas station in there. There's gonna be a coffee place and some other stuff going in there. Gas stations are desperately needed over here in this area, because right now the only gas station is off of Village Parkway and Tradition Parkway, or Tradition Road, which is the Wawa gas station, which is always slam packed. It's not the best place to get gas, especially if you're in a hurry. Straight ahead is going to be I-95, just a few minutes directly in front of us. And to our right, not that you can really see it, to our right is going to be Legacy Park. That's where Amazon's at, Cheney Brothers, FedEx, some other big businesses in there as well. And if we swing back to the left again, I'll get you another view of this construction site here. It's a pretty good size. Kind of give you an idea. So we are on Village Parkway right now, heading north. So Village Parkway starts at Becker Road, Southwest Becker Road, which is just west of I-95. So this is all of Tradition right here. Again, this is Tradition. Over here to our right, again, this is going to be your Amazon facility. There's CBI, which is, I think, was that Cheney Brothers? I think it's Cheney Brothers. And then, coming up on our left over here, right at Hagener, I can't pronounce it, but there's some new apartments being built. And way in the distance over there is the new Costco distribution center. It's hard to see it from this angle. I'm going to try to get some aerial drone footage up here before I finish up today's video, so I'll add it into today's video as I'm talking. And again, on Village Parkway. So we are south of Del Webb. There's some new shopping stores, or like, storefronts right here. That is going to be a storage unit place. I don't know what's the name of the storage unit, but there's a storage unit going in there. And back to our right, sorry, I know you can't really see, but way in the distance, that's the Costco 2 million square feet distribution center, way in the background. And over here to our right in front of us, there's so much stuff planned and all that open space out there. Most of it is Costco, probably for parking and everything. But they're building more. There's a lot more going on out here in this area. There's also going to be a new Tradition Entertainment District, which will be an additional entertainment district for Tradition itself down in this area. And then coming up on our left, that would be the main entrance into the Del Webb 55 plus community, which is Pulte Homes. And Heron Preserve is another Pulte / Devasta builder community. Heron Preserve is already finished up. We're going to be doing an update video on Del Webb at Tradition as well. That'll be coming out in the next couple weeks. I promised somebody else that's a follower on my YouTube channel. Now, there's 2 more things coming up here. You got a new fire station, Fire Station 20 or Firehouse 20, however how you want to call it, coming up here on our right. That's getting pretty close to being finished over there. I like the colors of it. I do like the colors. Again, that's getting pretty close to being done. And I thought I could get in here, but you got the Stars and Stripe Park, which was, the land was donated by Mattamy Homes, which is one of the big developers here in Tradition. Mattamy owned a lot of this land, from what I understand, and then sold it off to the different builders and developers. But the Stars and Stripe Park is directly across the street from the new fire station. I don't know what the name of this road's going to be, the crossroad, but we are on Village Parkway still. And the homes back in the distance, that is Heron Preserve. That's the all ages community, single family homes, single story and 2-story, built by Devasta / same Pulte Devasta. They're all sister companies. That one is sold out. And once some of these cars behind me pass through, we're gonna head a little bit farther to the north and talk about some of the other stuff that's going on here in Tradition. There's a new gym, new fitness center that just opened up in the, I always get it backwards, the Landings but I'll show you. It's a new gym that just opened up. It's a popular gym that's been opening up across the country here in South Florida. You'll have to stay to the end of the video to find out what the name of that gym is, but it is a really nice gym. I wish there was one closer to me where I live at, but unfortunately there's not. And again, we're on Village Parkway still. And over to our right, again, this is all industrial, commercial space. These are all warehouse. It looks like warehouses for, any type of business that has trucks, like delivery trucks. I'm not sure what's going in there, of course. But a lot of this is built up in the last couple years. I mean, it's insane how quick everything is built up around here. And then coming up on our left is Tulare at Tradition. That's another 55 plus community here, active adult community in Tradition. That's built by Mattamy Homes. All the homes in here, even the clubhouse, it has that modern feel. Everything is modern. Even the design of the clubhouse, everything is modern. And if you've never been to Tradition, there's this is a golf cart friendly area. I mean, it's like a city or town, whatever you want to call it. This is golf cart friendly here. So if you have a golf cart, or if you don't, I highly encourage you get one. But coming up on the left here, now this is where the heart sculpture's at. Super shiny. It just opened up. You got some new restaurants. You got Peach Cobbler Factory, Island Pig and Fish, Sarah's Kitchen and Bar, and then also Amore Italian Chop House. There's some pretty good restaurants in here that are open currently, that if you're in the area visiting, I would say check them out. Sarah's Kitchen's really good. It's a breakfast place. I didn't know they had a bar. Yeah, that's different. There's an Aldi shopping center in here. We're gonna drive through here real quick. This all just opened up technically, I would say the last 6 to 8 months. I may be wrong on my exact dates, because it just, everything again is a blur. It opens up so fast around here. So you got a Carmela coffee bar to our left. You got a salon. You got a nail and spa place. Southpaw Brewing Company. Papa John's. Orthodontics place. Wolfgang. Bakery. Oh, bakery and grooming. Well, that'll do very well here. That's for sure. Another dental place. And right here in this building is going to be a blinds, Elegant Blinds and Shades, I think the name is. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's the name. So that is definitely needed, because remember, when you're buying a lot of these homes around here, no, that's going to be something else right here. Elegant Blinds and Shades is there. A lot of these homes, when you buy these homes around here, they don't come with any blinds or window treatments. So, you know, there's a lot of people that have decent money moving into this area, especially across the street right here, which is Riverland / Valencia. There's some expensive homes in there. So people are willing to spend the money for window treatments and blinds. And actually, we're going to go to the left. There's a new Publix that opened up off of Community Drive, which is the road we're on right now. So if you take Community Drive south of Tradition Parkway or north of Becker Road, even though it's not accessible by Becker Road yet, it will be someday, I believe. You have Riverland, which consists of Valencia K, Valencia Grove, now I'm losing my mind, the other Valencias. But Riverland is a huge, huge adult Disney World, basically. This is all a 55 plus or active adult community. I think there's going to be 11 or 13,000 total homes here once completed. Then you got Paseo Park, which was donated by GL Homes. So GL Homes, these are the dog parks right here. Pretty big dog parks, multiple dog parks. They got soccer fields over here. I thought they had a softball field in here too. I might be wrong. Yeah, they're over there somewhere. So again, Riverland is a huge community. Now you'll hear the name Riverland or Valencia. There's a Valencia Walk at Riverland. They have them down in Boca or Del Rey. And here's the new Publix, which a lot of people were saying, oh, this Publix is only for Riverland residents. That's a big fat lie, everybody. This Publix is for everybody that lives in Port St Lucie. Mostly people in Tradition will be using, of course. But you got the new Publix shopping center. Supposedly it's a 2-story. I've never been inside this one yet, but supposedly it's a 2-story. They got some new boutique shops opening up over here. There's gonna be some new restaurants. Ace of Carts, I'm assuming that's gonna be a golf cart place. Hairbenders is I'm assuming, place to get your hair cut. Another nail place. And again, I know there's some restaurants opening up in here as well. Let's see if we can figure out. Yeah, I don't know the name, but I know some good restaurants are supposedly opening up in here. So it is happening, thank God, because this area definitely needs some restaurants. And you know, with all the homes being built and the different clientele that's coming into this area, finally it's happening. I think it's taken a little too long personally, but it is what it is. Again, here's a different shot of that shopping center for you. Of course, there'll be a liquor store in there for all those people that need to have their wine and drinks every single day. I go in my faces too on that, of course. Trying to get clean right now and be strict for a couple months and lose some weight. But again, here's another view of Valencia Walk. So they are so in Riverland, what you'll find here too, I haven't done any real videos in there yet because it's so hard to do videos in every community. But in Riverland, generally you build the home. They're about 11, 12, 13 months to build. Again, Paseo Park right here. This is open to the public. This is not private. The Arts and Culture Center here in Riverland, that's pretty cool in there. They have pottery classes, painting, demonstration kitchen. They have a lot of cool things here in Riverland that they don't do in a lot of communities. But again, this is a massive, massive community. Now, we're going to go by some other new construction and developments that are happening, and I don't know what's going in. That's all I'm going to tell you. There's the new Tradition Regional Park we talked about at the beginning of the video. And then there's the new Tradition High School that opened up off of Crosstown Parkway. It's 250,000 square feet. I think it's going to hold 2,000 students, I think, if I remember correctly. You'd think I'd remember this, but it's so hard to remember sometimes when you got a million things going on. But kind of get your bearings straight. So back over there is going to be where the heart sculpture was. And if you go to our left over here, that takes you to one of the other communities in Riverland, and probably eventually when they open up another community, probably another back entrance. You got apartment complexes over here. Alexandra and Carmina, one of my clients that are under contract right now on a new construction home in Port St Lucie, living there. So you'll find most of the apartment complexes back in here, kind of like in the central part of Tradition, right off of Village Parkway. But we're just cutting through Community Drive right now to head over to the regional park, and they're clearing some more land to build some more, I'm guessing another community, and I heard it was another apartment complex and something else. I don't remember what they said, but there's gonna be another community, I know another apartment complex, and I think there might be another school, maybe an elementary school being built, if I remember correctly. But eventually, once I get word exactly, then I will do another updated video. Again, lots of people always walking around here, biking, using their golf carts. These cart paths are really big on each side. Over to our left is Town Park. So Town Park is one of the original gated neighborhoods here in Tradition, built, I believe it started late 90s or early 2000s. I was not living here at that time, so I can't really tell you exactly, but I've showed a lot of homes in there. It's a nice community. The only negative is that if you buy a home in there now, most of the homes have the original roofs. Again, most of the homes, and the roofs need to be replaced. And if you buy a house in there, you'll get a really good deal. I mean, and there's not a lot of inventory in there personally. But if you get a home in there, you're going to have to replace the roof. So just keep that in mind. Now let's head west to the regional park and show you some of the other developments going on. I just did a video in Esplanade at Tradition, an update video. So if you watch that, I'm going to show you the cleared land in a few minutes. We're going to be on the southwest side of where we were for the Esplanade at Tradition 55 plus update video that just came out yesterday or the day before, based on the day I'm filming. So it may not be in relationship to when you see this video. So again, there's Town Park. And you know, my videos are long, so everybody keep in mind here, one thing I like to point out, everybody talks about, oh, locals complain about how high property taxes are here in Port St Lucie. But let me tell you something. I know a lot of you watching this video, and you're probably saying everything looks pretty well manicured, the grass is green, the trees are trimmed. Well, listen, you get what you pay for, right? You get what you pay for when you're paying property taxes. The millage rate here in Port St Lucie is about 2.2, 2.3. It is high on a national level or Florida level. Whereas Tradition, a lot of these communities, you also have to pay what's called as a CDD fee, which was a community development district fee. But you know what? The home prices are so much more affordable here in this area. Home insurance is so much more affordable. My clients that are buying a brand new home in Torino, it's a scattered lot. And what I mean by scattered lot, it's a non-HOA quarter acre lot built in 2025. 1,700 and some odd square feet under air. They got an insurance quote for basically, I think, $1,200 a year for this brand new home. Can't say the purchase. Yeah, I can say the purchase price. Purchase price was $415,000, and we got the seller to give us back $10,000 in closing costs. So, you know, I'm going to try to do a market update, but real quick. So over here is the Tradition Regional Park. This is still under construction. This is a massive site over here. You got the baseball field, softball fields, whatever you want to call them there. I think this will be open by next summer, if I remember correctly on this one. So again, this is a massive, massive site. And then this goes all the way out. So if you're familiar and you've been to Tradition, but again, over here, all that extra land development and clear, and I know you can't see it here, but on the other side of this is Esplanade at Tradition. Maybe you can see a little bit better now as you're kind of getting blocked by my my door frame, whatever you want to call it. But they're building a new community over there. I believe it's going to be called Emery 2, which is the Mattamy Home Community. And then as we get farther up, somewhere up here, I believe there's an apartment complex being built. Now, personally, I wish they weren't building more apartment complexes. That's just my personal opinion. But everybody needs a place to live. So that's just, you know, I think they should have kept all the apartments kind of more in the heart of Tradition and kept all this as residential, single family, etc. And then right here is your TIM. Tradition in Motion. So if you don't have a golf cart, you don't have a bicycle, you don't have a car, that's called Tradition in Motion. So if you need a ride in and out of town, that's a good way to get around. Coming up on our right over here is Cadence at Tradition. Cadence offers single townhomes and single family. There are going to be about 1,000 homes, I think, total in the community. They're working on phase 2, and you can actually see phase 2 from across the street from the new Tradition High School. And we'll drive over there in a few minutes and just quickly show you that before school gets out. But again, this is Cadence. I did some videos in here back in early 2024, maybe middle of 2024. This road eventually will go farther west when they continue to build out this area. Then you got Seville at Tradition, which is Mattamy Homes. This is a more upscale community, great amenities. The amenities are really nice, and they even know they're still working on it. There's that Tim again, the Tradition in Motion. And let's head on back. Again, anybody that watches my videos throughout, I do appreciate it. I really do. Some people call these boring videos, but, you know, it makes you feel like you're in the driver's seat with me. You know, this way it feels like you're actually here, you know, swinging your head around, looking at everything that's going on. You know, way in the distance over there, that's going to be Belterra. I believe that's Belterra. Not Belterra, I'm sorry. Esplanade at Tradition, the 55 plus. Sometimes things blur together, but I'm pretty sure that's Esplanade at Tradition. And then over here to the right, this is what I'm not sure. Something's being built over here. And maybe it's way back in the distance over there. I heard there's another school. It might be an elementary school or something. But something else is being built in this section, which they're going to need it because there's so much construction going on. They're going to need it. Here's another view of all that land clearing over there. And again, that's Esplanade at Tradition way in the background. That's that 55 plus community. And I just did a update video a couple days ago. It came out on September 8th. I think it was September 8th. That video was posted on my YouTube channel. And, you know, as always, too, remember, if you're planning a visit here to Port St Lucie, Tradition, or even like Martin County, like Stewart, Palm City, Palm Beach County, West Palm Beach, you name it, and you're considering purchasing a home, reach out to me before you visit, especially with these new builders. we have to be present during the initial visit if you're looking at new construction homes. So otherwise, some of the builders, if you go in there and you're not present with the realtor, even though you want to work with us, and a lot of times my clients like, oh, I was just visiting for a couple hours. Unfortunately, some of these builders, once you go in there and register without the realtor present, we cannot work with you, unfortunately. So just keep that in mind before you plan a trip here. And it's happened a couple of times with my clients. They just happen to be visiting friends or family over the holidays, especially the holiday time. They're like, I got a few minutes. So, all right, well, let's head up to, I think I'm going to show you the new gym, and then we'll do the high school. And I think that will wrap up today's video. I know it's already at 28 minutes on the second portion of my video. Yeah, this might be an hour-long video today. So let me fast forward this right now. I'm going to get you over to the Heart of Tradition, where all the shopping's at. And that'll save a few minutes for those that are watching this video right now. And we'll see you in just a second. Quickly, before we get to the next spot. So around this big lake, that's a meeting place or meeting street over there. But this is the Heart of Tradition. So there's a lot of walking paths around that big lake and that water area. So I just wanted to point that out. I keep missing this some days when I'm doing my videos. And we'll be to the new fitness center here in just 1 second. All right, so we are back in where all the shopping's at. So right up here, we're at Meeting Street and Village Parkway. Over to the left, you're gonna have a Publix. You're gonna have a bank. You're gonna have a UPS store. You got restaurants, different stuff in there. To the right, there's more shopping. You got a Target. You got a Fresh Market grocery store. You got some more restaurants, more shopping. So there's plenty in these shopping plazas right here that you would not have to leave Tradition. If you wanted more stuff, of course, you can go to St. Lucie West, which is about 10 minutes away, 12 minutes away, roughly. But we're gonna turn in here real quick. More construction going on right there. I don't know what's going there. Probably some more storefronts, it looks like. But again, there's a lot of new stuff happening here in Tradition, of course. I always say that, but that is honestly the case. There is a lot going on in the area. Another dentistry place right here. GameStop. You know, you have all your franchise places here in the area. Another dental place, dental care at the Landing. So this is called the Landing, Tradition Landing. I always get it backwards. I shouldn't get it backwards, but I do. But this is called Tradition Landing. This is where all the shops are at. You got a Golf Galaxy up here. You know, you got your PetSmart. Got all your, popular stores. And coming up is the new fitness center. I'm going to swing around. This is EOS Fitness. There used to be an LA Fitness here at one point, and I'm not a fan of LA Fitness. I've never been a fan of LA Fitness. I don't know what it is about that place. Never been a fan. EO Fitness I like. I visited one. Unfortunately, there's just nothing close to where I live at currently to take advantage of. But this just opened up, I want to say a few months ago. And it's affordable, as low as $9, $10 a month. They're going to have to compete with the Planet Fitness and other places like that. But it is a nice gym. So if you're looking to move to Tradition or even nearby areas of Port St Lucie, I would say give this gym check this gym out. This is definitely a nice gym. I would join here in a heartbeat if I had one closer. Now, the last thing we're going to check out today is we're going to drive down Crosstown Parkway, which I'm going to cut off this video in a second. And once we get on Crosstown and near the high school, we'll start back up. So stay tuned. So right in front of us is going to be Crosstown Parkway. We are at the end of Village Parkway. So Crosstown Parkway is right here in front of us. To the right will take you down to I-95. And also, if you're looking to maybe head down to like Jensen Beach, downtown Port St Lucie, Stewart, the quickest route is to take Crosstown Parkway all the way east. Just from experience, that's the road I would always take if I'm heading east. Now, straight ahead in the distance, not technically, but straight ahead is going to be Crosstown Commons, is one community. And then behind Crosstown Commons will be PGA Verano. And then way to the left is the other new Coulter home community called Astor Creek. Astor Creek is a golf and country club community, all ages. Whereas PGA Verano has PGA Verano, and they also have Cresswin. Cresswin is a 55 plus or active adult section within PGA Verano. But the reason we're over here is to show you the new high school all the way down here on Crosstown Parkway. So we're gonna kind of zoom through this real quick. But over here to our left, that is Vitalia. I think people enjoy these videos. You know, like I said, they get to see what's going on for reference, but that's Vitalia. It's a 55 plus community. That got finished, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I may be wrong exactly on that. And these are all, this is Central Park. I know it's hard to tell, but Central Park is to our right. It's a community. I forget how many homes are in there, but there's different builders. There was Lennar Homes, Taylor Morrison, D.R. Horton, Miranda, and Ryan Homes. So the only downfall to that community is the freaking high CDD fees. $2,600 or $2,800 a year for the CDD fees over there. That's a little ridiculous when you got to add it to your property taxes. And again, I always think to myself when I'm talking during these videos, I'm just spitting stuff out, rambling on, but that's what I do. These are some townhomes, and I think they're D.R. Horton townhomes. I don't remember if these are for sale. Yeah, they're okay. So those are for sale. So over here is going to be, I thought that was Astor Creek. It gets confusing out here, honestly. Again, everything's building so fast, it's insane. Now, over to our left, that's going to be Esplanade at Tradition. So I did a video. This shows you how far between the back of the berms or the fence and Crosstown Parkway. This actually works out pretty good, but straight ahead, if you watch my update video on Esplanade, right there we see no homes behind the fence. That's where they're going to start building a lot of spec homes that'll be ready February, March, April 2026. There's a lot of distance in between those homes, and the only downfall with some of those homes, you got the power lines right here. That's one of the turnoffs. But straight ahead, this is the new, well, they're starting to clear land over here too. So I do not know what's going on here already, but there's some more development going on over here as well. But over here to our right, that is the new Tradition High School, 250,000 square feet. It's going to be home to 2,000 students, grades 9 through 12. And then back to our left over here, that is Cadence at Tradition. And those are the townhomes that they're building. This is part of phase 2. There will be single family homes back there as well. But kind of like swing back around for the school. You can tell that the parking lot is not real full right now. Again, right now, from my understanding, it's only 9th grade in this school. That's it, just 9th grade from what I understand. And we're going to do a U-turn up here and wrap up today's video because there's nothing else out here except for Ridgeline Road, which will take us all the way back down to close to Catalina Palms at Sundance. Well, I know that was a long video. If you watch enough of my videos, you know all my videos are super long. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, it gives you a better feeling. It's kind of like you're in the driver's seat of what's happening in this area right now. There is a lot going on. There's so much going on that most of us don't even know what's going on. But this area is massively growing day by day, month by month. If you're looking to move here to this area, you're looking to purchase a home, either new construction or resale, I encourage you to call me, text me, shoot me an email anytime. Remember, it doesn't cost you anything to hire me as your real estate professional. I'm going to be your eyes and ears. I'm the one that's going to be here for you during the inspection, the blue tape walkthrough, and any other questions you have. You know, the market is down from last year. And anybody tells you the market is great, prices are down. So it is a buyer's market right now. It's not a seller's market. It is definitely a buyer's market at this point. Sorry, I got to put this down a little bit because there's a cop coming up. I don't want them to give me a ticket because I'm sitting here parked with my camera on. But it is a buyer's market. I'm going to try to do a market update video for an overall picture, maybe of every community in Tradition, because Tradition is my specialty. That's where most of my business is at. But again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I got new videos coming out. Like I said, I'm starting to record a lot of videos, and it's just a matter of me editing the videos and schedule them on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Smash that like button. Leave comments, what you liked, what you didn't like. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I like to know how I can improve my videos so I can try to incorporate them in future videos. And again, my name is David Rogers. I'm a licensed real estate broker. If you're looking to move to Port St Lucie or the surrounding areas, just give me a call. I'll be glad and I'd be happy to help you and assist you. And we'll see you on future videos coming out real soon.